MOBA Fest continues at the Leaderboard, and we've talked a lot about different games that all have their roots in a WARCRAFT mod. So what about a MOBA from the company that actually made WARCRAFT? Does the company behind the game, behind the mod, change things for Heroes of the Storm? My name is Brittany, and today on the Leaderboard, we're counting down 107 facts you should know about Heroes of the Storm. Let's get started. Number 1. Heroes of the Storm was originally titled Blizzard Dota, and then Blizzard's All-Stars. It was first released as a mod for the game StarCraft 2. Number 2. Heroes of the Storm was inspired by a modification for the game WARCRAFT 3, which was titled Defense of the Ancients All-Stars. Number 3. Dota 2 is a game produced by Valve. However, it was originally made as a mod for WARCRAFT 3, which is a Blizzard game. When Blizzard released Heroes of the Storm as Blizzard Dota, Valve and Blizzard had a dispute over who would have control over the name Dota. Valve and Blizzard eventually agreed that Blizzard would change Blizzard Dota to Blizzard All-Stars. Number 4. The reason why Blizzard settled on Heroes of the Storm instead of Blizzard All-Stars was to further differentiate it from StarCraft 2. Even though Heroes of the Storm began as a StarCraft 2 mod, Blizzard believed that a new name would make it stronger as a standalone game. Number 5. Heroes of the Storm had 9 million users registered for beta. Number 6. The first idea for Heroes of the Storm came about in 2010, so from the beginning of development, Heroes of the Storm has been around for 5 years, even though the game was officially released in 2015. Number 7. Characters from different Blizzard games come together to fight in an arena in Heroes of the Storm. Characters come from Blizzard games such as WARCRAFT, StarCraft, Diablo, and Lost Vikings. Number 8. Blizzard has announced that they will be adding characters from their game Overwatch to Heroes of the Storm as well. Number 9. Characters in the game are called heroes. Heroes fall into certain roles that are assassin, warrior, support, and specialist. Number 10. Heroes of the Storm has in-game daily objectives. For instance, playing a certain amount of games as a specific character for gold. This encourages users to try out characters that they might not usually play. Number 11. The game didn't get its current name, Heroes of the Storm, until 3 years after its debut at BlizzCon 2010. Number 12. To promote the release of Heroes of the Storm, Blizzard had content crossovers between their games. Players who reached level 12 in Heroes of the Storm received a special Heroes of the Storm pack of cards in Hearthstone. Number 13. Hearthstone players who had 100 wins were given a Hearthstone card as a mount in Heroes of the Storm. Number 14. Players who reached level 20 in Heroes of the Storm were given a Grave Golem battle pet in World of Warcraft. Number 15. After reaching level 100 in World of Warcraft, players were given an Ironside Direwolf mount in Heroes of the Storm. Number 16. After the Diablo patch, players who bought Diablo 3 were given a free Diablo hero in Heroes of the Storm for a limited time. Number 17. Players who reached level 12 in Heroes of the Storm were given a unique pennant and portrait frame in Diablo 3. Number 18. Players who reached level 70 Season 4 and beyond in Diablo 3 received Malthael's Phantom mount in Heroes of the Storm. Number 19. Players who own StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void Deluxe or Collector's Editions get a Void Seeker mount in Heroes of the Storm, and buying any edition of Legacy of the Void earns them the hero Artemis. Number 20. To focus more on teamwork, in Heroes of the Storm you gain experience as a team instead of individually. Number 21. In order to combat toxicity levels that are common in most MOBAs, there is no way to talk to your opponents on the opposite team. This is unless you are making a custom game. Number 22. Heroes of the Storm is different than its competitors Dota 2 and League of Legends because its games are shorter in comparison. While Dota 2 and League have games that last on average about 40 minutes to an hour, Heroes of the Storm games are roughly half that time and last about 15 to 20 minutes. Number 23, Destin Browder has stated that another thing that differentiates Heroes of the Storm from other games is that it's very much about map objectives. In addition to this, Heroes of the Storm has a focus on no last hitting, shared team experience, no items, and all skills unlocked at the beginning of the match. Number 24, all skins in Heroes of the Storm can be bought with in-game currency. You do not need to spend real-life money on them if you do not want to. This is something that is unusual for MOBAs. Number 25, there's actually someone at Blizzard whose job is to pick characters from Blizzard games to be brought into Heroes of the Storm. That person is Kent Eric Hagman, who has stated that this is the stupidest job in the world. I can't believe I get paid to do this, and this is what I do in my free time. I have so much fun doing it. Number 26. The developers of Heroes of the Storm have stated that breaking the rules is very important to them. For example, in the Battleground Towers of Doom, the objective is to not directly attack the core. You have to win by activating altars and destroying towers. Number 27. The development process for each hero is different. For instance, Jaina's kit stayed the same throughout her entire development process. Some heroes, such as Thrall, though, have been through 6 different kits. Number 28. Developers have stated that a big challenge for them is taking a hero from a game and adding it to Heroes of the Storm that had not previously been player controlled. Diablo is a good example. Number 29, Samwise Didier had stated that it was a challenge blending the styles of Warcraft, StarCraft, and Diablo together. Diablo characters had to look a little more superheroic, and World of Warcraft characters had to be modified to fit more with StarCraft styles. Number 30, Andrea Toya's casting and voice director has stated that voice recording sessions are 50% recording and 50% wiping tears of laughter from our eyes. Number 31, technical director Alan Dabiri has stated, according to game data, players of Hero of the Storm are a good mix of people who are coming from League of Legends, Dota 2, as well as people who have never played MOBAs before. Number 32, many of the original artists for Heroes of the Storm were also artists for StarCraft's Heart of the Swarm. Number 33, Heroes and Heroes of the Storm were originally going to have good and evil skins. However, this idea was scrapped as the creators wanted skins to be more diversified. Number 34, the first Heroes and Heroes of the Storm were Stitches, Arthas, Diablo, ETC, Terrail, Sonya, Kerrigan, Illidian, Nova, Falstad, Vala, Raynor, Uther, Malfurion, Tassadar, Naziba, Gazlo, and Abathur. I'm sorry if I butchered any of those. Number 35, the Lost Vikings originally appeared in the Lost Vikings in 1992. They also appeared in World of Warcraft in the Ultimate Dungeon where they were called the Lost Dwarves. Number 36, the Lost Vikings are 3 characters to play in one. You have to control each character separately, and they can even go in separate lanes. Number 37, the Lost Vikings are Blizzard's original heroes, and for many they were the first Blizzard heroes people were introduced to in the early 90s. The Lost Vikings were actually some of the most commonly requested heroes at BlizzCon 2013. Number 38, Tychus' cigar was removed from his model because it would change the game's rating in certain regions. Number 39, the hero Elite Chowan Chieftain, or ETC, is the mascot for the band Elite Chowan Chieftain. Elite Chowan Chieftain is a real-life rock band comprised of Blizzard employees. Number 40, ETC references bands or heavy metal songs. For example, when he responds, he says, "They can't stop me, let 'em try," which is a line from Manowar's song Die for Metal. Number 41, if you attended BlizzCon 2013, you could have gotten an exclusive Stitches portrait and decal. Number 42, Stitches originally had a Diablo-themed skin, but Blizzard decided to rethink it as it would have made him look too similar to the Butcher. Number 43, Tyrandre's dance animation is derived from the dance steps of Beyonce's Single Ladies music video. Number 44, players end up not actually looking at Abathur much while playing him, and the enemy sees him even less, so Blizzard made sure his skins modified his symbiotes and Locust as well as his model. Number 45, Azmodan is a hero that is originally from Diablo 3. Even though Azmodan's first appearance was in Diablo 3, which came out in 2012, he was mentioned in the original 1996 Diablo game manual. Number 46, the hero Gazlo first appeared in Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, in 2003. He was originally slated to appear in Warcraft Adventures, but the game was cancelled in 1998. Number 47, quickly rotating a hero on the character select screen will cause an animation of them being stunned or dizzied. Number 48, the hero Karazim had skins designed after Aang and Roku from Avatar: The Last Airbender and Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Fact 49, one of Diablo's lines is him saying, "Good children look both ways before crossing the street," backwards. Number 50, Tomb of the Spider Queen also has a reference to Harrison Jones. If you click enough times on a gem at the top of the map, Harrison Jones will swoop down and grab it and ascend up the wall and out of the map. Number 51, if you go to the shop and click on Tychus, you can change his armor color by clicking on his different armor variants. 2 of them have the faces of Overwatch characters on his left shoulder armor. Number 52, hold down Alt-Control-F in-game and a face will appear on the upper left-hand side of your screen. Number 53, there are 2 captured live sharks on the map in Blackheart's Bay. If enough damage has been dealt in the area around them, they will fly through the air and into the water on the map. Number 54, Heroes of the Storm had a duck hunt Easter egg on its main screen. You would have 5 tries to shoot a treasure goblin from Diablo 3 out of the sky. Number 55, on the launcher screen for Cho'Gall, if you click on Cho, he says prepare for trouble. And then if you click on Gall, he says make it double. This is a reference to Team Rocket from Pokemon. Number 56, on the launcher screen for Cho'Gall, if you click and hold the Reaper statue, a pair of sunglasses will appear on his face. Number 57, Heroes of the Storm has a Diablo 3 reference. If you're on the battlefield of Eternity Battleground, click on the hidden sword. It will drop to the ground. It cannot be picked up, but instead you will get a "your inventory is full" message. Then a treasure goblin from Diablo 3 will appear after the core is destroyed. Number 58, in the Dragonshire and the Northern Shire, you can hover your mouse and get the description of the Little King Direwolf. Number 59, in the trailer for Towers of Doom, you can spot a spirit healer from World of Warcraft on the map. However, in the game, the spirit healer is nowhere to be seen. The only time it can be found is if you rewatch your game in replay mode. Number 60, the ghosts in the Towers of Doom map are the ghosts of farmers and miners. The ghosts are actually from the map Cursed Hollow, and the miners are from the map Haunted Mines. Also, there are ghosts of knights that stand on the wall in the Towers of Doom. These knights are from the Dragonshire map. Number 61, in the Tomb of the Spider Queen, you can destroy some spider eggs on top of a pile of gold, and spiders will come crawling selling out. Number 62. Heroes of the Dorm was a collegiate tournament hosted by Blizzard in 2015 that invited American and Canadian college teams to battle for free college tuition. The prize pool was $450,000 worth of tuition, and live coverage of the games were shown on ESPN's TV and digital platforms. Number 63. The official Blizzard online stores has Hero of the Storm figurines, plushies, and even a hat in the shape of an Abathur symbiote. Number 64. Laura Bailey is married to Travis Willingham, a fellow voice actor who provides the voice for Gazlowe in Heroes of the Storm. Number 65. Dana references Arrested Development with the quote, "Let's just be clear, these aren't magic tricks, they are illusions. Tricks are something you do during Hallows Inn for candy." Number 66. Dana's character also contains references to famous cyberpunk novels. Her level 20 talent Wintermute is a reference to the character Al Wintermute from William Gibson's Neuromancer. Number 67. Her level 16 talent Snow Crash has a reference to the Neil Stevenson book of the same name. Number 68. Two of the tints from Arthenis' Purifier skin are modeled after Eva 2 and Eva 1 from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Number 69. Space Lord Lyric is based on the Star Wars Sith Lords. Number 70. Lich King Arthas and Uther are both voiced by the same actor Michael McConaughey. Number 71. Tychus's and Raynor's skins are very similar. The difference between them is coloration. Number 72. Raynor is voiced by Robert Clotworthy, who is also well known as the narrator of History Channel's Ancient Aliens. Number 73. Lenara's father, Cenarius, is named after her grandmother. Number 74. Lenara's father, Cenarius, was voiced by Neil Kaplan, who also voices Tychus in StarCraft II and Heroes of the Storm. Number 75. Neil Kaplan also played the Reaper in StarCraft II and did additional voices in World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor. Number 76. Zeratul is played by Fred Tatasori, who also voiced various characters from World of Warcraft, including Zin the Weapon Master, Rakor Bloodraiser, and Eitrig from Mists of Pandaria. Number 77. Blizzard held a Heroes of the Storm World Championship in 2015 with a $1.2 million prize pool. Number 78. As of December 2015, Heroes of the Storm had 17 tournaments with a prize pool of $25,000 or more. Number 79. As of December 2015, more than $2 million have been paid out through Heroes of the Storm tournaments. Number 80. 1.8 million of that has been since the game's official launch on June 2nd, 2015. Number 81. In November 2015, Blizzard filed a lawsuit against the alleged creators of bots used to cheat in Blizzard games, including Heroes of the Storm. Number 82. Heroes of the Storm developers have to balance what they'd like to change with the characters with what the player base would like. Designer Kent Eric Hadman said in an interview with VentureBeat, "I change every single hero in the game. There's a reason why they don't give me that much control." Number 83. Blizzard attempted to get the source code for the bots from a freelancer who worked for the company but did not own the source code himself. Number 84. Cho'Gall is a character that takes two people to control. He has two heads, so each player controls a different head. Each head has its own set of abilities. This was never done before in another MOBA. Number 85. The character Bretling has a Monarch skin that has the following description. Just like the flawless butterfly from which she takes her name, Monarch Brightwing has many ways to sting. Kneel, peasant, for you face the Monarch and her wrath is cruel. This is a reference to the villain in Venture Bros the Monarch. Number 86. According to the Diablo 3 game guide, Johanna disappeared suddenly, leaving her favorite flail behind. Even though that this is not the case, fans joke that she disappeared into the Nexus into the Heroes of the Storm universe. Number 87. Lumberjack Uther has the description, Arthur Light of British Columbia had barely sipped his coffee when he was dragged into a Nexus portal. Now he fights alongside the greatest of heroes, hoping to find a way home. British Columbia has a fable about a very similar man called Johnny Canuck. If you change his colors to an alternate color, you can see that you can change it to Canuck colors. Number 88. On the map Sky Temple, there's a well hidden in one of the boss mercenary camps. If you find it, click on it repeatedly. A character will pop out and fly away on a magical carpet. This is a reference to Harrison Jones, an Indiana Jones parody character who appeared in the WoW expansion packs. Number 89. The Lost Kings have a move called Spin to Win. This is a reference to a meme surrounding the League of Legends champion Garen. Garen has a spin attack that fans refer to as Spin to Win. Number 90. The Storm reference in the game's title has no single set meaning. In an interview with Rock Paper Shotgun, game director Dustin Browder said, "Some people have said that it's Heroes of Blizzard because, yeah, Blizzard is a storm. Other people have said Nexus is sort of a storm of worlds crossing together. That's where it comes from, and some people just thought it was a cool sounding word." Inside the studio, I think you get all three of the answers to where it comes from and what it means. Number 91. The hero Thrall was designed after the version from the beginning of vanilla World of Warcraft. Number 92. Recording the voices for a hero is the last step before shipping out a new character. When they are initially being tested, heroes are mute. Number 93. story. On launch, none of the maps came specifically from any one game universe. Senior artist Phil Gonzalez said this was done to give more freedom to the game developers and allow players to compete in a place where anything can happen. Number 94. While many label Heroes of the Storm as a MOBA, a multiplayer online battle arena, or an ARTS, action real-time strategy game, Blizzard doesn't agree. They feel the game is too broad for that genre name and instead refer it to an online hero brawler. Number 95. In the 2011 build of the game, Diablo was meant to be a boss for the cancelled Tistra map. Number 96. Unlike similar games, Hero of the Storm doesn't contain items for characters. This was done to foster more diverse gameplay and consistency with the characters' stories. Number 97. Early in game development, the hero roster was mostly driven by the art team, who chose a lot of already high-profile characters such as Diablo and Kerrigan. Number 98. Kerrigan's line, "Hell hath no fury like a woman swarmed," is a play on the famous line, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned," from William Congreve's play, The Mourning Bride. Number 99. Kerrigan's line, "Phenomenal psionic powers, icky sticky living space," is a play on a similar line from Disney's Aladdin. Number 100. Kerrigan's line, "You will be assimilated, resistance is futile," comes from the line from the Borg in Star Trek Next Generation. Number 101. Kerrigan references Queen's song's Killer Queen when she says, "I am a killer queen guaranteed to blow your mind." Number 102. Raynor is currently the most popular hero in Heroes of the Storm. Number 103. The Lost Vikings are currently the least popular heroes in Heroes of the Storm. Meh, meh. Number 104. Tyrate currently has the highest win rate out of all the characters in the game, winning 57.9% of games. Number 105. Lenara currently has the lowest win rate out of all the characters in the game, winning 35.8% of games. Number 106. There are currently 10 battlegrounds in the game and 45 playable heroes, with many more in the pipeline. And last but not least, number 107. Blizzard has stated that they will continue to add new heroes in the game forever until we get sick of it. Thanks for watching Leaderboard's 107 facts you should know about Heroes of the Storm. If you like this one, perhaps you'd like some of these other shows. 107 facts on League of Legends, 107 facts on Smite. Again, I am your host, Brittany, and if there's a game that we need to cover, let us know in the comments. Thank you.